Yeah, I'm having many problems with the connection, but that's okay. Ah, there you go.
How's it
Oh,
going?
there you go. Here you are. There you go.
Yeah. By the way, I figured out how do I swap the camera because now I have the right side on the right side and the left side is on the left side.
Okay.
I
So
actually
how did you
figured
do
that
it?
out in the
How
it's
did you
in the
do it?
setting. It actually says you need to mirror the
Ah, you
screen.
can do it.
So because I don't know if we're live, but
We are
just to
live now.
provide
Yeah.
context, you know, this side used to be on this side on the camera.
Yeah.
So when I did this, it felt like I'm going the other way, and that used to confuse me.
Yeah. Yeah. Crazy. Long time, man.
Yeah, how's it going?
Yeah, it's good. It's good. 94 mass. Here we go. Ready.
Where's the not? Oh yeah, I'm still on the private chat. Hey, welcome back, 94 Mass. Are you born in 94? Just out of curiosity,
Definitely.
or is
Definitely.
just or it's just one of those things that like you wore the number 94, in your football team or
Is
something.
there anybody with the number 94 famous, actually? Like a
Um,
football player with
we
the
have
number
to go
94?
back to someone who's actually born in 94 because that's probably the only case.
Yeah.
Like because 99 is quite common.
Yeah.
98, you can say so. 97, okay, you can say it's a bit rare.
I agree.
Oh, okay, you're quite young man.
Young man. Such a young man.
You know, they make us feel old, man.
You know, this is how you start your videos every time. You know?
Yeah. I mean,
That's it.
just this this World Cup that I'm watching.
Uh-huh.
This is how old I am. Maybe potentially you are as well. I don't know if you want to disclose your age, but
Mm-hmm.
I'll do just my side.
Right.
I started watching football in 98. Okay, a bit earlier, but
Yeah.
98 was my first World Cup. And then
Yeah.
2002, and then 2006, and then 2010, 2014, 2018. Shit, that's a lot of World Cups, man.
Yeah, you did more World Cup than Ronaldo.
Like I got, like how someone asks you like how old you are, and then you have to answer with World Cups. Like
Yeah.
I'm like 10 World Cups old. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
40. 10 World Cups. So what am I? 8 World Cups in? I think so,
Yeah,
yeah.
I remember the first one. I remember it was USA 94 because Italy went to the
Oh, okay.
final against Brazil. Remember?
Yeah.
And Baggio.
That one I sort of remember it, because one unique thing about that World Cup is that
Mm,
it was in the midnight. For us in Dubai,
right.
that was in midnight. Now,
Okay.
that sort of thing no longer happens because when we had the World Cup in Brazil, it was the proper timing. It wasn't in midnight. So I
Perfect.
think they
Yeah.
brought it back just
Yeah.
so it's more marketable. But back in
Yeah.
the day,
Yeah.
it used to be in like 2, 3, 4 a.m.
See. Very,
So
very
that's,
late.
that's my only memory from the 94. My
Hmm.
football began at Euro 96 a little bit. I started from international football. I started from Italy, and then I um I got into club football. It was
Right.
international football that led me to Milan.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
was,
Any
like
specific
watching
player?
Maldini. Oh,
Ah, okay.
Maldini and Baggio.
Baggio. Mm.
Baggio at the time, he was still in Milan. This is before he went to Bologna and subsequently Inter.
See.
So if
Eh,
I started watching football 2 years later, I could have been an Inter fan
Imagine what a
because of
disgrace.
Baggio.
What a disgrace. Imagine that,
Okay, I
man.
think we lost the old
Very-
Harvestonero.
No.
So yeah, you're back.
Okay. Right. Well, no. Luckily, imagine if you were an anti 2 years later, you will be an Inter fan for
Oh
Ronaldo,
yeah,
maybe. Uh,
yeah, Ronaldo. For me, okay, for me, Baggio was the guy, but then Ronaldo was, of course. So we're talking about the original, the
yeah,
the vanilla,
yeah,
the Brazilian. that's my like the first time I experienced a superstar. Like Baggio, as great as he was a superstar to us, but he wasn't like a global superstar. Like you know endorsements from Nike. Wherever you go,
Yeah.
there's like posters of this guy.
The commercial of himself doing like this over Rio de Janeiro, that one was fire. I
Oh,
remember. With his
which one
background.
was it? The one where they actually played a match in
Um,
like it's not just him, it's him and other teammates. I think Rivaldo was there. I think
this is
Leonardo
famous.
was there.
This one here. Look, let me see if I can let you let you inside the matrix. How is it? Present videos. Look, this one here. You're probably gonna remember it now. Can you see me? Boom.
Oh, of course.
This one.
This one. Wait, is it? No, it's not that one.
I meant this one.
I have to watch this.
No, it's not a commercial.
Do you remember the one?
It's just a picture.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because it's an Inter. Because most of his Nike commercials were with Brazil.
But this one here was for Pirelli. From Pirelli, he was the main sponsor of the. There you go. Let me close here. How to do it?
Do you remember the one where they played these aliens?
Are we talking about Nike?
It is Nike as well. Yeah, this one is also Nike. Yeah.
Okay.
It's you know what? You have to do a reaction video to this one. Like I'm gonna send you, and then in your own time, you gotta record it because it's brilliant.
It's brilliant.
I think until today, and this was when was it? I think 97. This is before the World Cup. This was like the first time I saw, like all the stars in one video. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
I was like, holy shit, Maldini and Ronaldo and Eric Cantona and Eric Cantona. Do you remember?
Of course,
that ad.
That one. That wasn't. No.
You know where he puts his.
No, that one wasn't there. That was the Colosseum. In the Colosseum.
That one. Yeah, that one. I don't know if it's against aliens or against some weird creatures.
Evil things.
Evil, yeah.
The Galactic.
And then there.
Yeah, I don't know if it was Galactic Battle.
It was like one match. It was like so one-sided, right? It was so one-sided. Like the evil was winning the balls, and the referee was blind. They actually show him with sunglasses. It's actually brilliant, the production on that one.
And I remember.
And then they're attacking, and then Maldini makes that tackle and then sends the ball to I think Roy Costa or Ronaldo, and then pass, and then Eric Cantona was like, "Au revoir."
Yeah, I remember that. I'm watching Brazil Switzerland. I'm watching it right now. Brazil
how's it?
At minus 61. Brazil is now going through Switzerland. Switzerland is tough, man. Switzerland is tough.
My lady is actually covering some media work in that match. Like she's actually there.
Yeah. That's why I'm wearing the Brazil jersey. But
that's
we'll see. Minus 61. We will see what's gonna happen. Anyway, what do you think about? So, how's this World Cup? Is that what you expected? Is it?
Like when you start a World Cup, like, okay, let's go back to when we were kids. Like school was over, the club season was over, everything was over, and then World Cup started.
Yeah,
dude, we just played against Fiorentina 2 weeks ago. Like nothing's over. We are still in the middle of the season. Yeah. So, usually my mind works in like, okay, everything's over, summer vacation, and then World Cup, where it's a whole festival, right? So it took me a while to get into the World Cup, especially when I was watching Qatar, the opening match, and I was so disappointed. Like I was expecting more noise, and
it was a library. It was a library.
Yeah, it was a library. Now I don't know if they're bringing the noise down, but then every now and then I hear this loud trumpet, and then I'm like, oh, okay, it's not. They're not bringing it down. I know they're censoring few things. I know they're censoring the
for sure,
Iranian
but
matches
definitely
because of
Qatar
the
maybe they don't
protests.
have the supporters, like loud supporters that could
No,
be
they actually do.
more
They
than
actually do,
Mexico.
but
Really? Okay.
no, not definitely.
Okay.
Mexico is a tough comparison, but they
Mexico
actually do.
Argentina was very loud, very loud.
Oh yeah. I
Yeah.
had a friend in there, and I remember he was filming, and he was filming like he went lower and then lower and then lower, like he was up there, in the
Yeah.
Lusail Stadium, which is the largest of the World Cup. That
Right.
was where the game was at, and it was like it went lower and lower, like lower and lower. I'm like, how big is this stadium? And like I've never seen something like that, and it's not like it is big, but it's not like 100,000 big. It's
Brazil
like I
goal.
think it's like 65K.
Yeah. Brazil just scored
Oh,
1-0 Vinicius.
Oh wow,
Vinicius 1-0
Vinny.
right now. 1-0. Sorry to interrupt you, by the way. I was just watching.
Yeah, goals are goals.
And 94 must be like,
it gives me a chance to refill my coffee.
Yeah. 94 Mas was like, hey, how come you're on the same minutes during the World Cup, but during Milan you're I would say even 3 minutes behind. I have no clue, man. Let me see here. Let me see.
All right. Let me do something. All right.
Go ahead.
For the next 3 minutes, you watch the match. I'll read out the comments and respond to them because I cannot not respond to them. I feel guilty. These are these are our supporters. Our viewers. So
the real one.
I think this is like a win-win situation.
Exactly.
I'll leave you for the match for 2 minutes, and then I'll read all the comments. All right.
Go.
And feel free to interject.
I will.
So 94 Mass says, here we go. It's nice to see you too. It's nice to see you as well, 94 Mass. Thank you. I love the Brazil shirt. I love the Brazil shirt. Reminds me of Milan. Well, what do you have to say for that?
Well, there is always a connection in between the Brazilians and Milan, like the Dutch and Milan. There is this connection that they're gonna be there forever. So, of course, yes.
And we did have that third shirt when it looked like a Brazilian shirt during our banter era of all.
I remember the golden one. Yeah.
So where was I? Yeah, Skillard says Forza Krunic. Yeah.
But by the way, they just
go wrong with Krunic.
VAR decision. No goal.
Oh shit! Wow.
Okay, no goal.
By the way, Brazil is really stacked with forwards. Like the front three, you can replace any of them with the substitutions, and they're still good.
Yeah. Well, that's what we have here.
So Skiller says Forza Krunic, of course, Lord Krunic. Do you remember that free kick that Krunic had against was it Empoli or was it Verona? The game ended 1-0, and that was it the Scudetto season or the one before?
It was earlier on, and it probably didn't end 1-0. Probably ended 2-0. I don't know.
No, it ended 1-0. That was the only goal. Like that's what I remember.
Yeah.
So Locatelli is back. Let's go Brazil.
Let's go Brazil.
I miss the stream, guys. I do too. Locatelli.
We miss you too, honestly.
Yeah.
We miss you.
And who can forget when you were correcting us with Ben Nasser's name?
Ben Nasser, you mean?
Ben Nasser, yeah. You see, now I'm turning Roman. So 94 says my first was 2006. That was I would say the greatest World Cup. Like I loved 98. I loved it. Okay. But 2006, this is when I think everyone was at peak. Like you had peak Thierry Henry, peak everyone, peak this, peak that, peak Italy,
Germany,
peak France, peak Germany, peak England, peak Netherlands, peak Argentina,
Brazil.
Peak Brazil. Dude, that Brazil team, I remember in the opening ceremonies, like the players would walk in and I was like, dude, just give the trophy to Brazil, man.
Yeah.
There's no chance.
We got, what was it? Kaká, Adriano, Ronaldo, Robinho.
Ronaldinho. Peak Ronaldinho. Straight from Ballon d'Or. Ballon d'Or. I still keep saying that. Ballon d'Or.
See. I remember that. Crazy.
So yeah, that's a good World Cup to get in. 94 Mass. Am I allowed to say your first name, or I just call you 94 Mass? I don't know.
94
Let
Mass.
us know. Because it feels weird saying 94 Mass when I
You know
actually
the
know
name. I don't know.
the
If it's a
name.
nickname, there is a reason why there is a
But then
nickname.
I have the same thing with you. Like I know your real name. I don't know if you're public about it or not, but I have to call you Otar Sonero.
All hard.
Oh yeah. So yeah, that's a good World Cup to get in. 2006. Any
Call
memories
me,
from that?
call me
Oh yeah, of
Peter.
course. You guys
Just
won.
say 94 Massey. Call me Peter. I like that. Grande Peter.
Well, it's close enough to
Very close.
first name.
What was your question?
What's your memory of 2006? That's the one that Italy won.
The glorious, man. The glorious. Oh, it was perfect. It
Oh,
was.
let's go from the beginning. The match against Ghana.
You can remember those matches. Okay. The
Oh,
first
dude.
match was Ghana,
2006.
and Pirlo score, and the other one was Iaquinta. Then we went to USA against Italy, and
it was Czech. No, you're right. First it was USA.
Match.
The own goal of century.
The
own goal of
and
century.
Own goal of Zaccardo. And
was it Zaccardo?
Sì.
Yeah.
Zaccardo. The only goal conceded on the World Cup was an own goal by Italy against Zaccardo.
That's actually mad. No. Zidane.
On action. No, that was a penalty, actually. Yeah. And then on the last group we met Czech Republic against Bobovsky, Nedved, and so on.
See, that's another team. Peak. Arriving at peak. World Cup 2006, guys. Like, I cannot stress enough. Like, 2002, it was a bit weird, and we can go with that as well. 2010 was even more weird because it kind of felt like end of a generation for so many. But then the next generation didn't really start yet, so it kind of like it was football was in limbo a bit.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And then we went to the quarter. No, last 16. Italy went to the last 16. We had Ukraine.
Australia. Totti penalty at the end.
Penalty at the end. Ukraine with Zambrotta and double goal of Tony. And
that's his two goals only the whole tournament.
And then we went to the semi, no?
Semifinals. Semifinals.
With Germany.
How can I forget that match?
At Westfalen Stadium in Dortmund. Mamma mia.
That match could have gone either way.
Either way.
But Germany is another team.
That was Italy prime, man. We were Buffon, Cannavaro, Materazzi, the Zambrotta.
Let me tell you this. I think Italy 2002 was better than 2006 on paper.
Yeah. I agree. True. But you know what I say? Look, this is my thoughts on the World Cup and competition in general. I think not necessarily the best team wins, because not really the most skilled teams win in a World Cup. Win the one that is more a team. Classic proof is the Europe won by Italy in 2020. Were we the best team? Probably not, because I remember in semifinal Spain destroyed us. But where we were a very normal team, not skilled like England, France, Portugal, and other teams, but we were like a close group, and that's we won, and that's how you win. 2006 against France, I watched again France against Italy, the final. We didn't see the color of the ball for 80 minutes, man. It was super, super good. But still, it doesn't matter, because the best is not really the best skilled team wins the best team, the one that they look after each other and they work as a unit. That's it.
Yeah,
this is the
definitely.
World Cup, man. This is the World Cup.
And then Fabio Grosso.
And then Fabio Grosso. And then
that glorious penalty. Literally all 5 of those penalties were brilliant. Like all were like, wow, that was good. All 5 of them. It was Grosso, it was Pirlo, it was De Rossi,
De
who
Rossi.
actually reached the final because he was suspended.
Mm.
So I don't know. I don't remember what he did against. It was against Czech, I think, or USA.
No,
And
against
then he was
USA.
suspended all the way until the final. And then the final he actually reached.
De Rossi, Gattuso,
Now,
Pirlo.
now one fun fact about De Rossi: when one of the backroom people from that Italy team died, he actually took his medal, that World Cup medal, and he put it in his coffin.
Yeah, I heard that story. Very good.
Yeah,
Very solid.
what a guy.
What a guy. So Brazil Brazil just changed two players randomly.
Oh,
They put Richardson and no, sorry, they put Gabriel Jesus and Anthony, the guy from Manchester United, just like that.
oh, that guy's brilliant, by the way, Anthony.
Yeah, we see.
So
Let's go ahead. Yeah,
Skillard says, football drawn. No, Forza football drawn. Your work is great. Thank you so much, Skillard. That actually means a lot. That really means a lot. I'm
yeah,
actually, uh, you know, uh, it's been quite hard with the channel a bit, so that actually means a lot.
no, of course.
Like trying to make these videos and then like work maybe 10 days on it. 2-3 hours every day. On top of your regular work, and then you release it and it has maybe 400 views only.
Yeah,
So that's
yeah,
a bit
it's tough.
that can be tough. But like reading this that means so much to me. Thank you so much,
Like
Skiller.
football drone is not about the views. It's about the people that they always watch you, the people that they have a faith
Yeah,
in
dude.
your content, and that's it. That's the real meaning of the community. It's not really the views. The views goes up and down.
Oh, definitely.
You know,
Like, dude, like me in my comment section, like some of them I know them with first name. Just
yeah,
as I said, with 94 Mass, like I know your first. Like some of them I know them with names, like with real names, not like
yeah,
the username. Like
yeah.
some of them actually come in my private messages,
It's,
and usually we talk, or even publicly on the comment section.
yeah.
So
The best
yeah,
part, I think.
that's
That's the
who
best
who
part.
would have thought, like when I started this channel, I had 3 subscribers, which was me, myself, my work email, and
Yeah, exactly.
I think yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
and then
yeah.
it just went up to like 10 to 15 to ouch, sorry, I just dipped into my coffee.
Really?
Yeah.
You're drinking coffee at
I,
this time?
um it's decaf, but
All right. Okay.
sometimes I have to drink so that my throat is
Yeah.
warm,
Okay.
so
I
that
got
in 20 minutes I don't go like,
you. All right. All right.
I do that, by the way, every time I record. Like, I have to drink something hot. Now,
Absolutely.
that's not really a pro tip. I don't know what pros do, but that's something that you learn with experience.
The
So,
proof.
94 Mass says, like Jeko. Um, well, the thing is, I think we're reading these, way after our conversation. So,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think with Jeko, he's referring to like I almost became an Inter fan.
Yeah.
Um, because
Sad.
him and I actually talked in private about how Dzeko was a Milan fan, and
Yeah.
when he was a kid, he was actually close to joining Milan, and then now I think when was it? He was actually captaining Inter. Like he actually had the armband, which
Dzeko,
is quite mad.
I remember the Dzeko when he was
The Wolfsburg,
yeah, Milan was very close to sign him.
yeah, and then
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
we signed Huntelaar. So 94
Anyway,
Masters 2010, that Galactic battle.
what was the Galactic battle?
So what is that one? Which galactic battle we were talking about? Was it the Germany one? Germany, Italy?
Yeah, probably that. Probably that. That was a hell of a battle, and against France as
Yeah.
well.
Um, how are you on same? Yeah,
Yeah, we talk
better.
about
How
this.
are,
What's your favorite World Cup? So here is basically when Brazil scored, and we are very, very late reading the
oh,
comments. Yeah.
yeah. So, what's your favorite World Cup? Like for me, as
2006?
I said, the 2006, but 98 was pretty good. Like that
Oh,
was the
yeah.
first World Cup for the younger viewers. That was the first World Cup when we had 32 teams. Before that, we had 24.
Oh,
So
yeah.
that was the first time that we had 32.
Mm.
And I remember watching a World Cup qualifier, Australia against Iran. Now, this is an Australia that like everyone was in Premier League at the time, like Harry
Ah, okay.
Kewell, Mark Viduka, like it was a golden generation. Mark Bosnich,
Yeah.
and Iran had
Snitch.
uh, whatever they had.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
the first
No
game
worries.
ended 1-1 in Iran.
Uh,
I didn't watch that. I was watching the return leg, which Australia went up 2-0. So that should have been over, right?
mm.
That should have been over 2-0,
Yes.
the second leg. The first leg
Yeah.
was 1-1. And suddenly Iran just puts two attacks and then it's like 2-2. And Iran
That's
makes
it.
it through. So the reason I say this is because if it wasn't 32 teams, like teams like Australia or Iran
It-
in that playoff,
yeah.
neither of them had any chance of making it. So I
Yeah.
kind of like this 32 teams, but I don't like it if it goes to like 48. Let's say,
Yeah. No, no. That's way too much.
like I don't want to have, let's say,
Samoa.
okay, I don't want to mention a team
Yeah.
because maybe someone from there is watching, but you know what I mean.
But
It's
yeah,
like
but
there's a certain standards that needs to be there. Like I think 32 is like the golden.
yeah, but
It's like
I
that perfect
think
balance.
I think also that certain teams that they already won the World Cup, they should be, for historical reason, they should be in the World Cup. And I'm saying this as Italian, and it should be like every time if you win just one World Cup, you are automatically at the World Cup. It's not possible that there are certain teams. I mean, with all due respect to Qatar, but Qatar is one of the
I mean,
worst
Qatar is a
national.
host. Like
Yes,
hosts, I can understand, but
yeah.
let's say the other ones that were qualified,
Like Wales, what did they do? Absolutely, I don't know, man.
literally nothing. I think
So,
they actually lost more games than Italy,
so
which is mad.
which is
They
mad.
lost against Iran,
See. Oh, look
against
on
an
the
Iran who's like literally struggling with like political reasons and
yeah,
everything.
yeah.
So
So
yeah,
super
what's
super
your favorite
disappointed.
World Cup? You didn't answer that.
2006 when we won, of course. What
Oh,
kind
of
of question
course.
is it? It's not even a topic. Oh, they just
Yeah.
put the camera on. Oh, Brazil almost scored. Minus 81 now. Brazil, Switzerland
Oh,
still 0-0. They just put the camera on the stands, and there was Ronaldo, Cafu, Roberto Carlos.
oh, people from 2006.
Ooh, not bad, not bad.
So 94 mass. What is your favorite? Okay, we read
Football
that.
drone, where are you
Brazil.
from?
That's from Skillerd, right?
Yes.
I'm from Dubai. I was
Ah,
born and raised and have been living here for the past 34 years. That's my age, by the
34
way.
years, there you go.
I'm a dinosaur. Call me Peter. Yes, sir. Will do.
Very well.
That's the next comment.
My first
My
2000.
first, a lot of people had their first World Cup as 2006. Like even when I bring these people, like when I bring guests on my channel, like
Mm,
when I collab with them, many
mm.
people had that World Cup as their starting point.
Yeah, because
Maybe
we're
some
similar
minority
age.
had like 2002, some minority,
Mm.
but 2006 was, I think that's like the right age
Mamma
that we
mia,
are
what a
in.
goal. What a goal by
Oh, they scored.
Casemiro. Mamma mia, what a goal.
That
What
guy
a
either
goal.
scores like no goals or like he scores bangers.
That's a banger right there. That's a super
Oh,
banger. Minus 82, Casemiro scored. Very like
guys, you
Brazil.
gotta appreciate it, man. This is live reaction.
Live reaction right there.
Live, like this is as live reaction as it gets.
As live, there is nothing as live. Let me see. Who's this? Paqueta. Vinicius from the left. Cross in the middle. Oh. So Casemiro just hit the ball like, with your foot. He hit it on this side. So like they
Oh, the
and the
outside
ball
of the
just,
foot.
yeah.
Like Quaresma.
Like Quaresma, correctly. Super golasso.
All right. So call me Peter. Yes, we'll do. Lucatel. My first was 2006. But my
2006.
favorite was 2010 with Forlan.
Ooh.
That's an interesting World Cup to ask you, Mr. Old Hardasonero. What are your memories on 2010? Because that's totally the opposite of 2006 for you.
I think we draw with Costa Rica, no? We draw with them, or even lost at the
No, you
end.
drew with Paraguay 1-1.
Yeah.
And then you lost or drew with Slovakia of all teams,
Okay, for
And
me.
then there's the match in between. Yeah, New Zealand. You couldn't beat New Zealand.
New Zealand, New
Yeah,
Zealand.
Kiwis.
2000.
World champions Italy couldn't beat New Zealand.
New Zealand,
And Slovakia.
Yeah, it was Slovakia. No, we lost to Slovakia 3-2.
Yeah.
We
Which
drew against New Zealand.
if you guys actually drew that, you would have progressed.
Yeah, and we
with
lost
3 draws, you would have progressed. It was a weird group where actually with 3 draws was enough to progress.
What the fuck?
Who was it? Was it Di Natale? It wasn't Di Natale. It was
Slovakia. So we scored with Di Natale and Quagliarella. Yeah.
Quagliarella. Yeah, it was that match.
And then Italy, New Zealand. We scored with Iaquinta with a penalty, and I remember that New Zealand there was player that they were not even professional, like they were working part time at the pub, and some other people that were teacher, and these people got paid millions in Italy to play manual.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, terrible.
So 94 mass. By the way, you have a paid chat. Do you see that?
What is that?
We'll get to it, but you know what? Since he generously donated, he paid 89.99. That's from 94
what
mass.
Is that?
He supported you. Oh, you don't know what's that? That's a super chat.
Idea.
That's a super chat. So basically, people can donate to you by whatever amount. Like it can be as low as 0.00 something, or it can be something like $100. So
are you kidding me? 94
yeah, 94 mass. Peter, you the man.
First donation ever.
Yeah. By the way, you have to. By the way, that's another reaction video.
Wow.
Live reaction video.
I'm boiling now. Oof. I don't know how to react to this.
So, Mr. Old Hardosonero, how do you feel?
What? My first donation ever. I feel incredible, brother. I don't know, man. Thank you so much. You don't have to. I don't know how to do this, but I was reading really. I was like, what is that means? And then I realized it. Okay, man. It's nice to be my first donation, man. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it, Peter. Amazing.
Yeah, that's dude. Amazing. It's quite like how do you say, like, it's such an appreciation when someone does that. So
it is. This is out
and
of
for the record, that's Croatian kuna. I think, if my geography is still intact.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm pretty good with geography. So that the currency is called kuna. So your first donation was 89.99 kuna. That's the Croatian.
What are we gonna do?
The Croatian, what do you call it? Currency. So yeah, Peter, thank you so much for supporting Old Hardosonero.
Viva Croatia! Thank you, brother.
Someone had
Incredible.
to be the first, and I'm glad that it's actually Peter.
And happened when we were doing live together. How cool is that?
Yeah.
You have
Well,
to be.
these things happened during lives, by the way.
I can do it only
So,
during. Oh,
so,
that's incredible,
so
man.
this is like that's why it's called a super chat. Like it's not a normal chat; it's a super chat.
Wow,
So,
wow.
and usually people, when they see it, these are the comments, that people read first and foremost.
Yeah, that's it.
So,
That's
in
it.
future, when you see this, don't ignore it. This time,
Wow.
I brought it up, but yeah,
You brought it up.
uh,
I was like
I was like,
checking
"Holy
this.
shit! Someone actually donated to you."
Right. Let's. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Interesting. Kuna will be
So,
gone after New Year. We will adapt Euro. Oh, you're gonna have Europe in Croatia? I didn't know.
they are part of Euro, I think.
They are definitely are, but they each country can decide to use the different currency, but some countries still they wanted to use their own what's the name, their
Yeah.
own
For
currency.
example, when I was in Prague, was it in Prague?
Yeah, they
No.
have their own. They don't have euro in Prague.
Yeah, but they are in EU anyway.
Yes, they are.
Like, I can go there with my Schengen visa.
Yes, you can. Yeah. The football
Um,
drone. When you come to Europe, we do a European tour. We go to
or if
Croatia,
you
we go
come
to
to
Prague.
Dubai, we'll just go to a pub. And unlike Qatar, we actually do serve drinks here.
Ah, good, good, good,
Yeah.
good. Really, no problem.
Or
Well,
I'll take you to coffee if you
well,
don't
look.
drink.
Okay, the thing is, when you come to Barcelona, I think we have a lot of things to do
Oh,
here.
I
So
think Old Heart
yeah,
is disconnected.
no.
So where was the last comment when? Oh, he's back.
Hi,
Hey, how's it going?
fantastic.
So let's go through the other comments as
Yes,
well. 94 match against Italy. Italy against Germany. So that was the match he was talking about.
see.
2006 was not a World Cup. It was a Legends League. Like I fully agree,
True.
wholeheartedly agree. Like
That was
England, in England, people go about these like, oh, golden generation didn't win the World Cup, and I'm like, of course they didn't win. They're like, yeah, we had Beckham and Gerrard and Lampard and this and that. I'm like, yeah, so did everyone else. So yeah, that 2006, it was quite a World Cup.
look in the World Cup in the last 16 quarterfinal. England played against Portugal. They lost. Let me read you the lineups of the
Even
of
from Portugal, Luis Figo, Roy Costa. Roy
they
Costa,
got
was he? No, he wasn't there. He retired, I think,
the
from
lineups of
international.
that. They got Gerrard, Terry, Gary Neville, David Beckham, Aaron Lennon, Jamie Carragher, Frank Lampard, Wayne Rooney, Ashley Cole, Joe Cole, and Peter Crouch. That was the lineup
And
against
Crouch.
Portugal.
They wanted to win the World Cup with Crouch. But then, hey, you won it with Grosso. So
I won it with
speaking of
Zaccardo and Perrotta.
speaking of whom, where
What?
was I in the comments? Speaking of whom, 94 Mass says, I bet Old Heart still remembers Grosso. Perfect segue.
Yes, Grosso. Of course, I remember Grosso.
Fabio Grosso.
Fabio Grosso for the final in the semi-final. Of course, that goal, man. I still have goosebumps whenever I remember. Goal in against semi-final against Germany and the penalty. That's it.
I remember that second goal as well. When Gilardino was going and going and going, and then he was one
Del
on one,
Piero.
and then he flipped it to Del Piero. Shaved. Del Piero with
Yeah,
shaved head. If
yeah. I
you're
remember.
if you grew up in the 90s, that Del
Del Piero
Piero
always had a
hair.
long hair.
Like that was a famous hair. Like all of us kids, at least here in Dubai, we wanted to do that with our hair.
You know what
Maybe
is
that's why
crazy
I'm
about it?
balding.
It's crazy about it how I still remember and go on counter attack from Vinicius. Ooh, massive save from Switzerland defender. Very, very good. Switzerland is really good. But anyway, I wanted to tell you, I remember in 2006 during the World Cup, how during the group stage, everyone was still thinking, oh, we have Inzaghi, we have Grosso, Gattuso, there are Milan, we have these other players, they are from the other team, and there was still like people say, oh, we are winning or we are not winning because of this team, because of this player, because he plays in this team. And then what's happened is after the quarterfinal, I was cheering for Totti, I was cheering for Del Piero, I was cheering for Buffon, for Cannavaro, no matter what team they were in. Because when you go after the quarterfinal on, it's just one thing.
Only after quarterfinals, yeah.
Yeah, before it's like, Materazzi, why he's doing that? Why? Because he's Inter. And now Brazil, massive save from Switzerland.
Yeah. So yeah, Rangers King 669. Interesting number, by the way. I vaguely remember 2010. Holy shit, you're actually quite young. I vaguely remember 2010, but I was glued to the screen for 2014. I actually loved the 2014. I really loved it.
He's
It was in
American.
Brazil, and for us, in Dubai. Here's the thing. Okay, let me read the comment, and then I'll tell you about this interesting dynamic that we have with our time zones. 2014 American here, so yeah, of course, perfect time zone for him. In another life, they win versus Belgium. Well, that 2014 World Cup was brilliant, by the way. So here's an interesting, how do you say, like interesting dynamic between you guys in the West and us in the Middle East.
Yeah.
So
what's happened?
Okay, let's start from '98, the World Cup.
To arrive to 2014.
In France, right? So because yeah, I'll get to it. I promise this will make sense.
Okay.
I promise. So '98, it was in France. 2006, it was in Germany.
See.
And then you have all these Euros, of course. So usually we are ahead of you. Us in Dubai, we are ahead of you in time zone. So when we come back from work or school or wherever you are, the first game is usually around 6 o'clock, and then 8 o'clock, and then let's say 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
At night, right?
Yep.
It was almost the same with Brazil as well. Like the first game you had like 8 o'clock, 10 o'clock, and then maybe 12 o'clock. I think for the first time, it's you guys that are, switch over.
Yeah, that's it.
I
don't mind it. I don't mind it.
You have to wait for Qatar to play, and then you guys are watching the game at like, what is it, like 2 o'clock in afternoon when everyone is at
11,
work?
1 11, 2, 5, 8. Brazil just won officially 1-0. They won.
Oh wow! So officially qualified.
Officially qualified Brazil. Yeah.
Like wholeheartedly qualified.
Yeah, good. But I don't think they're gonna. I don't know. We'll see what's gonna happen here. And,
so Skiller says, "Keep going, Football Drone. All your videos are quality. Thank you so much, man. You'll make it big time. I hope so.
Drone, I just subscribed. Look, he wasn't subscribed.
Well, I mean, better late than never, right?"
Yeah, but here is a question. Do you think here I have a specific?
I mean, first of all, let me tell him thank you. Thank you for checking out the channel. For subscribing. Really means a lot, man.
Of course.
Thank you so much.
Of course. Look, but something that I realize on your video, things that I don't say as well, that a lot of people do it, is they say, hey, subscribe to the channel. Do you think it's actually a good call out, say, to subscribe to the channel? Or because you see, for example, now Skillard, maybe always watching your video, but never subscribe. So it doesn't make it the differences, or I mean,
I think it reminds people to like, hey, if you like it, click it. Now, here's one thing. Like, this is more like a YouTuber's talk. Since we both have our channels, I'm curious to hear your side of things.
Go ahead.
I used to put it in the middle of my video, at the end of my video, like when the story ended, and then I was like, by the way, don't forget to like and subscribe. Put comments, but be nice to each other. Blah blah blah. But then in my analytics, people dropped down. Because that was the end of video. There was no more story.
Yeah.
Why would they stay for hey, like and subscribe? Like
Yes, yes,
that.
yes, yes.
That's not entertainment at all. So
And,
I
yeah.
decided to put it in the middle of my video. And then you know what happened?
What's
In
happening?
my analytics, it actually went down and then went up. So people skipped it.
I love that. Yeah, that's right. Look,
So this was my solution. Like this was my evolution of how do I deal with this. Then I put a photo of my cute cat or something, and I was like, guys, please like and subscribe so I can support my cat. Okay, it was a bit, yeah, I was joking around,
that.
right?
I love that. That's
So-
actually very good.
So it was still going down, right? It was still going down. It was better than before, but still going down. I was like, at the time, I was like, you know what? This is a perfect solution. I put the real picture of the player and my drawing, kind of like a comparison. And there I was like, guys, please like and subscribe.
Yeah.
And then it was like 3 slides of comparison. Like how at the end of some movies you have like, this is the character and this was the real life guy, like they used to compare
Yeah.
at the end of like when the credits come up. So usually if you go to cinema, you kind of stay until the end.
Yeah.
So that was my way of dealing with this. Like, all right, put the comparison, the real pictures versus my drawings, like sketch comparisons, as I used to call it. And then that was like 10 seconds. I used to bring one and then next and then next and then next. And I noticed it was a straight line. No one dropped. Like
That's it.
people were actually interested in like how was a comparison.
I agree.
So that was my solution.
That's good.
If
That's
I may.
good.
Like I had to make it interesting because let's face it, when you make content, and you know this firsthand probably by now, no one gives a shit about you. No one, like the creator doesn't mean anything. It's always the audience, always the audience. Audience number 1, audience number 2, audience number 10, audience number 100.
I agree.
You are the priority, the audience. I mean,
Yeah.
So
I
when
would
you say
agree.
like, so when you say like, hi, like and subscribe without providing a value, that kind of makes it about you rather than the audience.
I agree.
So my solution was like, okay, I have to provide a value even during that segment, which is why I put these comparisons. And it worked. Viewers found it more interesting than just me saying, "Hey, please like and subscribe."
I agree with you completely. It's the things that you have to find your own way, and this is another one of the things that I will talk. I think not next week, but a week after, when I'm back in Italy, I will have a little bit more time to prepare a video. That video that I told you a million of times that I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do the video on YouTube, how to how I reach, for example, this many.
I'm actually curious on that. Like, I would
will need your
love
help,
to know
by the
the
way.
story behind.
I will
Sorry?
need your help. I will need your help because not only for the video, but I will probably include you in the video, similar to the
by
things
all
that you
means,
do. So, like, for example,
include anything you want. By the way, not just from my videos. Like, if you, by the way, I think we're talking about this in public, which I don't mind. But by the way, if you need anything, I can send you the raw file of the video, so you don't have to go and extract it from YouTube.
Awesome.
I'll just send you the proper, the high quality version.
Look, just to go back to Peter 94 Mass, he's going to watch Milan Tottenham in San Siro.
Oh wow! Are you there, by the way? As well?
Me?
Yeah.
No, bro.
Can you two meet?
No, because it's when is it? 14th of February. Now I'm gonna be here.
Um,
Uh, yeah, that's gonna be tough against Tottenham. I'm watching Song today. Today I was off, so I start watching. It's already the second match of South Korea that I'm watching
oh,
Song specifically with my eyes. He's a diver, man.
yeah.
So
Wow.
he likes to, but you will see. Anyway, don't say anything else. Peter know what I mean. What is your favorite Milan match in your memory?
Wait, where are
Mine.
you reading?
Well,
Um,
yeah,
oh,
I
and
just
yeah, put a comment up as well.
I I skipped all the part about because we already had talked about the donation.
Oh,
That's
okay.
why I skipped it, and I'm here now. What is your favorite Milan match in your memory? Mine is Milan Manchester United 2007 3-0.
That's a good shout. That's a good shout. I was thinking something else, but then you brought this. I was like,
What are you thinking?
I think this is like the battle of emotions. I wouldn't say this is the best match, like the best match played by Milan, but this is like the battle of emotions, like like heart attacks, and because this was my first semifinals in Champions League as a Milan fan,
See,
and that was the Milan derby in semifinal Champions League in the return leg when Abbiati actually started instead of Dida.
that's 2003, no?
Yeah,
Yeah, not too good.
2002, 3. That
Yeah,
both of them, those matches. I think Shevchenko scored the return leg
yeah,
and first leg. I think so.
yeah. I
We
think
won. A 1-0 and then a 1-1 away.
yeah, I think it was something like this. But you know what is my favorite? And I tell you, I'm gonna be more specifically. You know what is my favorite first half?
First half. Oh, shit.
Milan
I
Liverpool
think it is my first half. I think that's the best performance by Milan.
in the
Not just the half, by the way. Just remove the 6 minutes.
yeah,
The whole match. Just remove
yeah,
the six
one
minutes.
of
I
the
think
best
that's
football
probably
ever played by Milan, especially on the first half, especially in the final. A final like this, 3-0, is like, who's gonna beat you, man?
yeah, dude.
Unlucky.
What do you two think about? Yeah, just highlight the comments.
Which one?
Um, it's the
About
last
what?
one.
Go.
So, what do you guys think about Serbia versus Swiss? That was a game that ended. No, it
That's gonna
didn't
be the
end.
next one.
It's gonna be the next one. Yeah,
It's
it's
gonna
not
be
the
the
three
next.
three.
But you know why
When I
he's
look at,
asking.
yeah, of course, but isn't he Croatian?
No, right?
Sorry.
No, it's because of
uh,
because I think there is the two Kosovo player in Switzerland. They're gonna play against
oh
Serbia.
yeah, yeah, yeah. You're right. I totally
Remember
forgot about that.
in the
Yeah.
Euro last time that what's his name? The guy was playing for Inter.
Yeah, I know. He also played for Liverpool.
He also played for
The
Liverpool. Shaka.
built guy, Chaka. Yeah,
Shaka, and there was
the
the
big
other
guy.
guy that they score against Serbia, and they did the symbol of Albania, something like this.
Oh
Then
yeah, right.
the eagle
Now I remember why you did that gesture.
and the Serbian, they went wild because of that.
Not just Serbia. What was it? Arnautovic actually from
Yes, Arnautovic,
Austria when he scored
Austria
against. Was it
against Serbia.
Macedonia or Albania?
Nothing against Serbia, if possible, because
No,
it's
no, not against Serbia because I think he is Serb. Like he scored against them, and then he actually like
mm,
did this. It was quite a. It
probably
wasn't a celebration. It was like literally like
yeah.
I'm gonna cut your head off.
Yeah,
And then the Alaba actually came on and did this. Like he actually
yeah.
put his hand
Yeah,
there.
yeah, but Arnautovic is always a crazy
I like
player.
Arnautovic. Like I wouldn't have him in Milan, but I like him in
Arnautovic is
general.
see,
Like as a not as a world class striker, but like someone in Southampton or Bologna or
see. So Arnautovic did that because he's Serb. He might have done it against
Macedonia, I think that
Albania.
was,
Yeah, somebody. Yeah, yeah.
or Albania.
Yeah, I remember that during the Euro Cup, Italy against Austria, that he did this to the Italian fans, and then they disallowed the goal to
Oh,
Arnautovic, and then we
I
scored
actually
2-0.
missed that match. That's the only match I didn't watch from Italy,
Italy
and
Austria.
I'm
That's
kind of glad because I think that was the worst match
no,
that
yeah, no bad.
that you guys played.
And then Chiesa, super
Oof.
Chiesa.
I think if Chiesa was alive, well, he is alive.
Yeah,
If Chiesa was, well, literally alive, you know what I mean.
yeah, yeah.
If he wasn't injured, I think
We
Italy
will
would
be in
have
the
been
World
in
Cup.
World
I
Cup.
agree. I agree.
You
Also,
guys would have been in Qatar, and you guys would have not talked about
no,
how this World Cup is
Switzerland,
bullshit
for
because this is
example.
in
Yeah,
Qatar.
Switzerland, for example, Switzerland it shouldn't be if because if Italy was beating Switzerland, Switzerland would be second,
Yeah.
and that means they will be against Portugal in the semi Macedonia first, and then Portugal.
But hey, you guys voluntarily boycotted the World Cup in Qatar.
Yeah, let's say
You
that.
know,
Let's say
maybe that's the
that.
reason. You know, be like
Right.
Italy. In 1 week, they lost to Macedonia, so they made all the Ronaldo fans happy because Portugal went through from the other end.
Exactly.
And then they lost the Finalissima against Messi, and then
Yeah.
they made all the Messi fans happy. The other 50% of
Yeah, we are good
population.
people. We have
Be cool. Be like Italy. Make
yeah.
everyone happy. That's
we are
that's a lesson.
we are generous people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Who Macedonia
So,
played against after Italy? Portugal. Yes, Portugal, man.
Portugal. Yeah.
Do you remember that video that I made?
Oh, that was, by the way, not the short video, the longer one, the
Yeah.
vlog. And by the way, I urge every one of you to check it out.
Yeah,
It's
it
on
was fun.
Old Hard Rosanero's channel. It's I don't know what it's called, but it's something like a reaction to
Peter, did you watch it?
Macedonia.
Peter, did you watch that video? Gosh, it went viral on YouTube.
Oh, no, that's the short one, but the
Yeah,
long one,
the long one is super
the
funny. Yeah.
the like it was genuinely funny. Like it was tragic, but it was genuinely funny. I was like, that's when I was like, you know what, this guy's actually funny. Like I
Yeah.
remember it was like all the carbs that we ate couldn't deal with the defense line of Alexander the Great of Macedonia.
Yeah. And then Tomo brought the focaccia and stuff like that. Yeah.
Oh, Tomo.
Yeah.
You know, if you come here, I'll take you to a pub.
Yeah.
If I come to Barcelona, you take me to Tomo's
Take you
bakery.
to Tomo. But my plan is to bring Tomo live. Don't worry. So one day you're gonna meet him.
Oh, okay.
It's super fun because he can actually one day we can watch Juventus Milan together because he's a big Juve
Oh
fan.
yeah.
So
Oh yeah, he said that
he's
because
a big Juve fan.
it was you and your friend. You were celebrating, the two of you, and then he was doing this. He was like, "Look at these guys, you know, being
Yeah,
silly."
exactly.
And then I wrote on the chat, I was like, Tomo is an Inter fan.
No, it's a
And
Juve.
he was like, no, Juventus.
Gosh.
I think that's
Yeah.
the only team that he hates more than Milan is
It's
Inter.
Juventus. Inter. Yeah, I agree. Look, where is it? I got it. Shit. Boom. Give me a second.
By the way, don't put it on chat so people
Yeah,
don't go
exactly.
now.
That's what I
They
was doing. Exactly.
go after this. I would say, by the way, it's my favorite video of yours.
The long story.
Second favorite. Yeah, second favorite. The favorite is my favorite is the one that you did with Uncle Sharma.
Oh, really?
Like I remember arriving home at like 12:30 to 1 a.m.
And we
and
watched.
I was like, "Oh, you guys uploaded it."
Yeah.
You know, you actually straight away uploaded it. It was, I think it was online for maybe 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So I reached home around 1 a.m., 12:30, 1 a.m. my time. And I was like, I should probably go to sleep, but let's see what these guys have done.
Yeah,
Because you told me to come, but then I had to, do some preparations for my
yeah,
wedding, which is
yeah, yeah.
happening in January. And
Are you excited?
now, not about the wedding. Like, I'm a bit stressed because I don't like weddings, but I like, the life after wedding.
Mm, right.
You know what I mean? So,
No,
like when it comes to that, I already booked my next apartment
cool,
that
man.
we're gonna move into. So I have a wedding
Always in
and a
Dubai.
move at the same time.
You're gonna stay in Dubai?
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
it
Okay.
will be maybe 10 minutes away from where I'm currently at. So you will not see this, or
But
all this.
I have a question
You'll
then.
see something else.
Give me a second. Hey, but sorry. It's the. Can you just play low power mode? I don't know why it's not working. Thank you. Or actually, just charge it. Just remove it. Just remove it from the. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's okay because I need to charge it. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yes, please. Thank you. Yeah. So, and you're gonna stay in Dubai then, 10 minutes away from where you are.
Yeah,
That's good, man.
and yeah, you might see this. By the way, I'm not totally moving out of here. Like
Yeah.
the house is like
But are you gonna do? Are you gonna have a studio, like a little studio for your
no,
own
it's a
self?
one. It's a small one bedroom. So it's like one bedroom and then the living room. So um, I think
But
I'll
but what about the? I don't know.
I think I'll put like these lights. Like these. Like you see in the YouTube, like purple or something. At the back.
Purple. What are you doing?
Uh,
Like
haven't
lights?
you seen? Yeah, like at the background, like these
Right,
purple,
right, right.
like it's dark and then it's like this pink light or whatever. Like I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
Like I have to experiment. I think just like your wall. Oh
The
wait,
other
it
one.
turned
Yeah.
yellow.
Okay. Okay. Right, 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 right. Good question. Look, talking about questions.
All right. So I have a question for Old Heart. I saw that he has a PS5. Is it PS5? Wow. Okay. Um. What? So wait. If you have, if he knows that you have a PS5, that means he watched our reaction video for the Champions League
Because
because that's where
sometimes
you actually showed the joystick.
he watched all the videos. I know, and sometimes when I finish the video, I put it I put the camera over the controller. So
Oh, it's
sometimes
like
with the
it
live,
flips over.
I have them. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Look, I recently download eFootball,
Oh,
so I can
old
play
school.
on eFootball, which
Is it
is
as good as it used to be? When it was
eFootball. It's
2010.
actually PES, Pro
I
Evolution
know,
Soccer.
but is it as good as it used to be back in the day? Because
I
I
think
think it was 2012 that it really turned me off. Like
Yeah, no, you know
literally
what?
from
Man? The thing is,
everything,
the thing is that it's free.
from gaming in general.
The thing it's free, man.
Yeah,
So I don't mind.
but I
Like,
think it's like what do you pay for it? I think there's just certain things that you buy
yeah,
in
if you
in
wanna
the
have
game, yeah.
like a certain player and so on, but
But is it really as good? Like, would you say? Because for me, PES, like I think I still have the PS6,
hmm,
the one with Adriano on the cover.
oof, that one was
Um,
good.
by the way, I
Go ahead.
think I'm not kidding when I say I'm the best PS player that I know. So when I say that it turned me off so much that I quit PES altogether, the 2012, like it's a
Uh-huh.
big statement.
Really?
Like I won, I would say almost every local tournament that we had
Are you
with
kidding
PS.
me? You
Yeah, yeah.
on FIFA?
After 2000, not FIFA, PS.
PS. Ooh.
Now, after 2012, I just, because it was my favorite game, right? And
Hmm.
then I just didn't really play any game other
Right.
than Football Manager. Football Manager, I still play to this day. Like I'm a
Yeah.
hardcore Football Manager guy. I still like Football Manager 12. Like that's the one I usually go back to because it's the one I consider the most challenging and realistic, I
Yeah.
would say. Like I played Football Manager 2020, and with Milan, I just won the Scudetto in the first year.
That's
You
it.
know, when Juventus had Ronaldo and like easily won it.
Mamma mia.
So, which game do you like?
No, I play football, and also I played in the past. I used to play a lot of shooting game. So I
Oh,
used to play a little bit of Battlefield, Call of Duty, and that's
no
it
Counter
really.
Strike.
Counter Strike? No, I haven't. I
The map
haven't.
on the dust. You don't. Okay.
I haven't. But I was sometimes I still play, especially Battlefield, not Call of Duty. It's because it's a little bit laid back, not that competitive. That everyone is like shaking. But
Oh,
sometimes if I want to just relax and play a simple game, I play that. Yeah.
oh, nice.
You have Battlefield
I,
1? Don't tell me that. I play Battlefield 1 most of the
yeah, on
time, man.
PlayStation 1.
Oh, no way.
Wait, no. That's wait, which one
No,
was
that's
it?
on the free.
Sorry, yeah, I'm confusing it with Medal of Honor.
Yeah,
I confused it with Medal of Honor. My bad.
there you go. Absolutely. Absolutely.
I was like,
BF9.
that's what old school Battlefield 1.
Yeah.
But then I
2016,
realized
I
my
think.
mistake.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
who's the team in this World Cup that
Hmm.
disappointed you the most? Like you have more expectations. Now we're almost halfway through the second round. No,
Okay,
not halfway.
let's do a
Tomorrow
banner.
the third tomorrow the third game starts. Yeah, tomorrow there's Iran and USA.
So
Yeah.
what's the
So
worst
we
team?
officially ended match day 2.
What's the well, what's the question?
So
What's the
what's
most
the team that disappointed you the most that you had higher expectations from this World Cup?
what's the team that what's the team that what is oh sorry what's the team that
Are you typing the question?
yeah sorry
Are you googling it? It's like
no,
Google.
no,
Can
I'm
you
typing it.
answer?
I'm typing no I'm just typing it so I can have a banner down here. What's the
Oh,
team? Uh, I think. Look, I think overall, at the moment, I can tell you this. The team that I was expecting much more. I was expecting, first of all, much more from Germany.
oh yeah.
I was expecting more, and well, the big one is Belgium. The real big one is the problem is Belgium. Like Belgium cannot. It's not real that Belgium is top rated on the ranking of FIFA. This is not possible. It's fake. It's no reason. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying it because I don't think Morocco is strong. I think Morocco did a hell of a team, did a hell of a match, deserved the victory, but I don't think Belgium is actually the best team in the world. It's not. It's not. It's not. It's not.
I don't think they ever went to number 1, did they?
Never. They
Like
never did
one.
anything. No.
No, like in the rankings.
I think no, man. They maybe not now. I don't know anymore.
But did they ever go to like 1?
Yeah. Plenty of time.
Oh wow.
Plenty of time, man.
Because for
Plenty of
me,
time.
I don't really look at that one. Like for me, I remember back in the day, Iran was number 15 before World Cup 2006. That's when I lost hope. I was like, no way.
Yeah. No, the
I
thing
was
is,
like, no way.
Belgium definitely not because Belgium, it's they have such a good players, very good players, strong. But against Canada, they won 1-0 super luckily because Canada actually deserve a little bit more. I was expecting more from. I was surprised by the defeat of Germany against Japan. And yesterday they show up really in the last minute because they were about to go out
The
from
guy
the World Cup.
whose name was
Very
Kruger.
German name, full freak, something like that.
Is it?
And Again, I'm
I
not a
think you just
fan.
made up some sounds and is that his real name? Wait, who scored
Fulkrug.
for
Look, Germany and Spain. Look.
I'm pretty like I'm actually convinced you just made out some random sound.
No,
Germany,
why I should do it? Fulkrug.
Germany,
Fulkrug. Ful Fulkrug.
Fulkrug. Yeah,
What I
uh,
say? Fulkrug.
whatever you said, you had it had I in it. You know, like E.
Right. And this I think
Fulkrug. Yeah,
is one of the most German name that you can ever say. Fulkrug.
dude,
Something like
dude. Anything that has umlauts in the name, you know.
that. Fulkrug. So Fulkrug, big one. Luckily, look. Let me see, Peter, what he said. Medal of Honor, Argentina for you was the most disappointing. Argentina. I watched the match against Mexico. Yeah. It is disappointing, but I don't think it's the most disappointing Argentina because still they won. Meanwhile, Belgium literally didn't show up at all. Didn't. So I was expecting a
I
little
mean,
bit
if we're
more.
going match by match basis, when I watched England play against USA, like, dude, there was nothing happening. There was no soul. Like,
Yeah,
imagine the previous match, they beat Iran 6-2, and then, of
yeah,
course,
but
okay, Iran has their own problems politically. You know, the
yeah,
guys were afraid of their lives, but you had some expectations against USA as well. And, you know, it was like that's probably one of the rare games that I switched the channel. I didn't want to watch the rest of it.
look, I think let's do another. So I was not expecting Belgium like this, and because so far it's very this World Cup. To be very honest with you, it's very surprising
Yeah,
because
it is.
there are a lot of shockers, and it's not finished yet. So even England that play against USA, but for example, they didn't play with Foden. They didn't play with. They played Grealish. He played the last 10 minutes. Like the substitute of that team, the substitute of France, the substitute of Brazil, the substitute of who else? It's an incredible team. Spain itself. Spain. Look after Spain, because Spain
I don't
is
think
going.
like I'm gonna
It's
say something
underrated. It's
controversial.
underrated.
I'm gonna say something controversial. Can I
Go
say
ahead,
something controversial?
please.
All right. Hold on. Let me close this thing. All right. Where's StreamYard? Yeah. Okay. For me, by the way, I had the same feeling on Spain in 2006 as well. Like they were in
Mm,
a similar situation. Like they were beating people left and right in their
mm.
group. Um, but then they went to like second round and then they went out. You know, like sometimes you have a team that goes up with 9 points and then something happens and they don't go further than second round.
And you're thinking that Spain is not going through. It's not gonna
I'm
go.
thinking the Germany aside, I feel like Spain is finding it too easy. I
Mm,
feel like this World Cup will be won by teams that are struggling to win 2-0, 1-0, 2-1. Not
okay.
struggling, but you know, like there's an effort. Like they don't find it easy, basically.
Mm.
Like who won it in 2006? Was it the team that was beating
No,
everyone
clearly no.
3-4-0? Or was
No,
it the
no,
team
no.
that it was like, okay, just a regular 2-0, you know, last minute goal here, last minute goal there. You know, like I feel like this World Cup will be similar. Like I feel like it will be won by someone uh who's not struggling to win, but I would say like really working hard to win. Like it's these like
Right.
hard fought wins, like 2-0s, 1-0s.
Yeah.
I feel like it will be one of those teams.
Yeah, okay, that's good. That's good. That's good to hear. Look, Lucatiel say, let's talk about Portugal and Leao next. Whew.
I feel like okay, I'll talk about Leao. I feel like the contract will be signed. Like on this, I'm a bit more positive.
I am instead opposite to you, and I would like to ask to our beautiful audience what they think about it, because
All four of you.
I don't think, man. I don't think he's gonna renew the contract. I have this feeling,
No, I think for
because
me,
if he
I have a
wanted to
feeling that
renew,
Jerry
it would have
will
been
pull
renewed.
up some money and be like, you know what? Let's give him what he wants. You know, this is not worth losing the asset.
I mean, Leao, Leao, as you know, is a player that right now in Serie A there is nobody like him, and he's a player
Yeah, I
that
think even monetarily is, I would say, the most valuable player
I
in the
agree,
league.
I agree.
Like, there's no more expensive.
No, it's what's this now, 80, maybe 70, and it depends the World Cup, because again, this is why Maldini wanted to renew him early, because if a player does a good World Cup, the the value goes up and they want to have more money. That was
Yeah,
the idea of Maldini, but now we will see what's gonna happen. So I don't think he's gonna stay, but if Jerry Cardinale knows, hopefully he's gonna renew.
yeah.
Hopefully, man, hopefully. And
So I'm happy for him. Wait, with our luck, Leao will be top scorer and assists on World Cup. Probably.
never know.
Yeah, probably. You
Mbappe
never
now
know.
is, I think, he's top scorer, right? 2 or 3 goals, yeah.
No, but also Giroud had two or three,
Two,
two
Giroud got
as
2, yeah,
well.
yeah. True.
We have a few doubles. I think Saka has two, or does he?
Yeah, Saka has 2 already. Yeah, you're right.
We have a few doubles, so
Mm-mm.
we don't have this. By now, usually we had this one clear guy that was like four
Yeah.
goals.
Even today, the Korean guy scored twice. So, or,
Oh wow,
yeah, yeah. Today I watched all the matches. I told you I watched Serbia against Cameroon 3-3 and Ghana against Korea 3-2. Wow,
man!
what a match!
Fucking Arnautovic, not Arnautovic. What's his name? The guy who plays in Fulham. He's in Serbia. Mitrovic.
Mitrovic.
Like, how
Yeah,
many times did he have to relegate
crazy.
and then promote and then relegate again, score 40 goals, promote again, score good amount of goals for
Mm,
Fulham, for Fulham,
crazy.
and go back down, score another 57, and then go back up, 12 goals, go down again.
Mitrovic.
And then his time finally arrived, like in international scene. He scored that. No, it's not a winning goal. It's one of the three goals
One of the
in the
3 goals.
3-3.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Well, look, just to wrap up the talking, Enner Valencia, 3 goals. The guy from Ecuador.
Oh,
Kylian
right. Yeah.
Mbappe, 3 goals. And then you have
Oh, he had a hat trick then.
yeah. Then you have a lot of players that they score already twice, like Morata, Saka, Chogwe Sung, the guy from Korea I told you today, Gakpo, the guy from the Netherlands, Ferran
Wow.
Torres, Messi actually scored 2, and Messi scored 2. Messi scored 2. Ah,
Messi,
yeah, because the first one was a penalty against.
he had a penalty.
Mm.
By the way, let me show you a piece of history since we're
Please.
talking about the World Cup. Are you ready? Like, I was looking up, I was like, I hope it's there. And then,
I'm gonna
oh,
close
of course
my
it is.
eyes.
Okay.
Go.
Yeah, go ahead.
Can I
Wait,
open?
let me move the microphone because it's on the way.
What the
So
hell?
the audience can see it. Okay, you can open now.
But what is about?
It's about the World Cup.
FIFA World Cup 2002. Korea, Japan.
The,
The
the
Panini.
Panini book. The Panini book from the 2000 and
Is that full? You made it all? No.
No,
Uh,
I couldn't afford it. I was a student at the time.
such a
But
good things I used to do when I was kid, man. That's such a good things. I never did it.
uh, yeah, Belgium.
Wow.
Who else is there? I used to get a lot of Russia for some reason.
Yeah. Crazy. Good stuff,
That
man.
was yeah. I was like, this is from history.
Yeah, that's from history books. Well, when we're gonna do a live that I'm back in Milan, in my home, because I told you not next week, the next one, I'm gonna be back in Milan. You have no idea how much material I will bring up to the live. I
Oh,
have
you have
so
to.
much stuff, man. I have old
You
pictures.
also have to do like a recorded video as well. Like from, let's say, one video on your shirts, one video like all the old shirts that you have.
Hmm.
Um, because these are
Yeah,
with
that's
your family,
interesting.
right? You don't have
Yeah,
a home in Milano, right?
I do have it. Yeah,
Y-
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah, my mother still lives there, so and it's the
Okay,
same
so it's
house where I
your
grew
in
up.
your family
Yeah,
home.
yeah, yeah.
And all the Chinese ones that I used to get,
Chinese in
I
the
was
World
like,
Cup.
can I get? Yeah, China was in. By the way, fun story. I
What's
was
that?
actually in China in 2002. We went
Okay.
to China as a vacation during the World
Right.
Cup.
Oh
So
wow.
it was their first ever World Cup, right? In 2002. And who do they play? Let me swap the page here. They're playing Brazil.
China versus Brazil.
Yeah, their first ever game. Imagine in the World Cup in their
15-0.
history. So we were staying in a hotel somewhere in the middle of the city, and there was this big, large billboard of
Uh-huh.
this Chinese team. Like China in the World Cup. It's a proud moment, right?
Of course.
So what happens? Brazil wins, I think 4-0. Yeah,
Wow.
4-0. I actually have it written here in the Panini book. Brazil wins 4-0. So China loses 4-0. What happens next day? The billboard is gone.
No way.
Like
Wow.
literally in one night they just
One
remove
night.
it.
Jesus. We are not proud of you, which is a shame actually. Why they should remove it? Like, still proud of it, but anyway,
Yeah.
isn't it? But anyway, let me finish to read these comments here that people are typing. With our luck, Leao will be top scorer and assing on the World Cup. It's I don't, I'm very, my personality here it's split because on one side I don't want that they make too much of a success to become too much known in the world, because if you get more attention, that means the value, and they're gonna have a higher chance to go away from our young team. But on the other
Yeah.
side, the person, of course, you want to see your young player that they become better. That's the reality.
Yeah,
That's
true.
what I think. I'm happy for him, but don't think Milan can pay him. Lucatiel said, legendary Lucatiel, Mr. Benasser. I think it's unreasonable to think his value will go up a lot because he scored once in the World Cup. Not now, definitely not now. But let's see what's gonna happen the next. Let's see what's gonna happen in the next couple of matches. Let's see if he keeps scoring. It's not gonna be easy to keep him. That's all I'm saying. My spider sense said to me, Leao will be very expensive.
Well,
Yes, it
spider
will.
senses are right. By the way, I never thought the spiders have senses.
Spider
Maybe
sense.
maybe my English is a bit weak, but that's actually the first time I'm hearing that word. So it's
Spider
actually
sense is, I
interesting.
think it's
See, I learned something today.
I think is introduced by Spider-Man movies.
It's kind of like maybe your sixth sense. Like
Exactly.
what do you say? Like my gut feeling. That's
Yeah.
probably what
I
it
think
means.
Peter watched a lot of Spider-Man, so he probably got like my spider sense. Spider-Man,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah. Yeah. And Lucatier say he's a player we need to keep him no matter what. Just make him a sign, give him a Ferrari. That's right, man. Give it. Peter say give him a Ferrari plus Wanda. Just kidding about Wanda. Yeah. Do you know who's Wanda?
Oh, who knows? Of course. You know, I don't like blondes, but I was like, yeah,
Yeah,
she's pretty.
I didn't even
But
realize that she was blonde, by the way. But
oh, okay.
yeah.
Because for me, I don't like. I'm actually turned off by blondes because
Okay.
I grew up in a culture where I see a lot of ladies that color their hair blonde, and usually it doesn't
Mm,
fit because they're not naturally blonde,
natural.
right?
Yeah.
So that was such a turn off for me, even from a kid. Like
Yeah.
when I was a kid, and so yeah,
Yeah. The thing.
even for a
Yeah.
blonde, she's pretty.
I
Not pretty.
agree.
I would say hot, not pretty.
Yeah. Also because I mean I don't know, man. It's like Wanda is the mother of 4 or 5, I think. And if you go
Yeah.
on her Instagram, it's like either you're a mother or, or
That obviously, like she can do what she wants, but for me, like
of
that's a
course.
turn off as well. Like for me, like this thing, like, hey, look at me, I'm hot. Like
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
a massive turn off for me. For I would say from any woman.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, and also she used to be the what's the name? She used to be the manager of Icardi, I think.
Oh, she's no longer the manager.
I don't know if she's actually. I mean, I don't because I think well she's the wife. She was the wife because now you know the story that now they broke up.
I know a bit of it because I'm not really into gossips, to be honest.
No,
Like
me neither. Me neither.
transfer stories, yeah, but
This is the only thing that I read like titles. I think that
because
she.
I heard this from I don't know if you watch or
Mm,
if you listen to Gab and Jules podcast. I would say it's probably the
mm,
best football podcast.
mm.
Uh,
See,
these are
Wanda
like
is too good now. Yeah.
so these are two journalists, Gabriele Marcotti and Julian Lawrence, and I heard it then. Like this is like probably the most famous football podcast in the world.
Okay.
And that's where I actually figured out about this whole affair and stuff, which
Yeah,
is interesting a bit
because
because the initial thing was an affair as well. Like the whole relationship was probably an affair in
because
its
what's
own. It
happening
started with
is
an affair.
in the beginning the story goes as Wanda was with Maxi Lopez, Maxi Lopez, which is a guy that also once a striker for AC Milan. Then his best friends at the time was Icardi. So he got 2 kids with Maxi Lopez, and then she cheated on him, and he went with Icardi. Okay, Icardi then changed the manager, and Wanda became his manager. They got 2 kids together. While he was captain at Inter. Then eventually they move out from Milan. They went to Paris, and I think I don't know what's happened because in PSG, I think he played there like 3 4 seasons, playing 10 times maybe in 4 seasons, always injured. And now he moved to Galatasaray in Turkey, and I think they broke up. There was like a story there. I don't know the details, but then like she filmed. Uh, she did a video with a rapper in Argentina, I think, and Mauri Carti was crazy about this, and I don't know what's happening now.
Wow.
Yeah, what's the name of the girl destroy our boy Kevin Prince Boateng? The girl is called
Um,
ooh,
she was with Bobo Vieri, I think.
Melissa
The same girl.
Satta.
Yeah, her.
Melissa Satta. Yeah, yeah.
She
Talking. Yeah,
was with Bobo Vieri at one point.
yeah. All terrible looking women, but I guess when you're a when you're a
I feel like there's a whole circle. Like I feel like there's a whole circle with these ladies. Like one footballer, okay, didn't work. Next footballer, and then
Yeah,
next footballer, and then next
yeah.
footballer. Like there's a whole circle.
Yeah, because
Um,
I think what's happening is whenever you are a player, a football player, I know this for a fact because in Milan, for example, the player always hang out in the same place. Okay. And once you know where the players hang out, you know, girls, girls know certain kind of people come in the same circle. So that's how they get to know each other. And once you are in the circle of the players, it could be good if you have like a mentality like Kaká, okay, of the old time. But if you have if you are actually a playboy like Cassano, like Adriano, like Robinho, Ronaldinho, Ronaldo, places like Milan, places like London, places like Madrid can be very dangerous for them. So they lose the focus a little bit.
so 94 Mass is like, I need to check her Instagram. Please go ahead. Um, I'm actually wondering what does she post? Like she's a housewife. Like does she post
Oh,
like bags and stuff?
no,
Um,
she pose. I want to get
Icardi's
into those stuff.
ladies.
Who, Sata? Sata or the
No,
Wanda? Wanda?
Icardi's lady, Wanda. Yeah.
Wanda. Okay, you check it by
Oh, you're
yourself.
actually checking. Okay.
Yeah.
Is that
Wanda.
another one of those? Oh wow.
Yes, exactly.
I mean, I don't. Okay, now I'll see.
Now it's
I mean,
interesting.
at one point you have like 9 kids. Like at one point one of your kids is gonna grow up and see this. Like does that not worry
I don't know.
you?
I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know.
I mean, okay, it's her life. Blah blah blah. Everyone lives their own lives, but I don't know, dude. I don't know, dude.
And Lucatiel say it's a shame in Algeria with all women dyeing their hair blonde.
Oh, he understands me. When I said the thing about blonde hairs,
Yeah,
the fake blonde hairs.
yeah, yeah, yeah. 94 months say now I understand Icardi. Yeah, man. Always injured.
Man, Icardi, like he was the last of that type of strikers.
Yeah,
You can say maybe Giroud as well,
true. Actually,
and
Giroud is surprising, man.
Giroud probably he's the last remaining ones, but I don't know. I'm a bit nostalgic, when it comes to these things. Like, I still want to see like these people in Zagi characters, like
But they will
the
be.
number
They will be,
nines.
man. They will be because they are not maybe like for example they are not well I can't say but they're not very technical like they can't really dribble but maybe
Yeah.
they can do a goal like with a back heel or maybe they can go an incredible goal like Inzaghi or like Icardi. They are very good at their skills but they're not really like technical. They cannot dribble somebody. They're very terrible at that. And
I mean,
Giroud,
football at the end of the day, football is like tactics and then the solution to the tactic, right? Like, let's say you have tiki taka, it was
yeah,
working for Barcelona, and then someone figured out Max Allegri, let's say, or Mourinho,
see,
and then it's like the anti-tactic to the tactic, and then the first tactic evolves into something else, and then there's a solution to this, and then the
yeah.
other one needs to evolve, and then the solution evolves, and then
What do you think
eventually
of
it
the?
comes
Mm,
full circle. I feel like because I had this post on my YouTube channel, the
mm,
community post,
yeah,
saying that I'm actually glad to see the return of 4-4-2 in this World Cup,
I read it. I read that. Yeah.
and not because it works, but just purely out of nostalgia.
What do
Like
you
I
think?
grew up with
Mm,
4-4-2.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. What do you think of the extra time that they give into this World Cup? Are you noticing like they
Um,
give him like 10
yeah, of
minutes?
course.
8
I was
minutes.
watching Iran versus Wales, and it was like 18 minutes extra time
What do you think of that?
because there was a red card and there was a not Iran Wales, Iran England. I think it was like
Mm,
18 minutes. Like there was a goal in minute 97, and then there was another goal in minute 102 or something. Like
mm.
that's when I realized, okay, I think things are changing a bit. And then I actually looked it up, and I kind of like it because have you noticed the recent matches? The extra times are not 9 minutes, 10 minutes, 11 minutes. They're like
Mm,
6 minutes. So
mhm.
it seems like players are understanding that wasting time
Yeah,
is not the key.
that's how it's
And
supposed to be. And yeah,
I don't know, maybe we should go back to the idea of, when they had this idea of 30 minutes on the clock, ball is out, you stop the time, but it's
Like the
30
NBA.
minutes. Uh,
I don't know if you ever
yeah,
watched a match of the NBA, but basically, as soon as the ball go out, you stop the clock. That's it.
yeah, but then I wonder, let's say you do the 30 minutes,
Mm.
what's going to happen when the clock hits 30 minutes? Are you going to allow the attack, or are you going to say, wherever the ball is, cut?
That's a good one. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good point. Yeah,
Like
yeah, but
the
in
whole
Italy,
purpose of doing that, allowing that last attack is because you have an extra time, and the extra
mm,
time has its own extra time, and it's never really just 5 minutes. It's like 5 minutes and
in
something.
30 seconds. And yeah, I agree. Yeah, yeah, but for example, in Italy, sometimes I see, especially like I remember just out of nowhere, the match against Cremonese or the match against who was it? Torino, maybe. That the player, when they realize they're actually winning, they start to become anti-football. So
Mm.
stop. They start to dive. They do fake injured, and the end. Is terrible. It's not fair. It's not football. It's anti-football, really. So I think, and especially I'm just talking for Italian football, because if we, let's say, if we are okay with that kind of game, and then we go to play in Italy, is one thing. But when you go to play in Europe, for example, in Champions League, where the ref likes to give, let the team play a little bit more, right? And the tempo of the Premier League, for example, is much faster. Of course, Italian team, they will always be they will be not ready to that tempo. So
Yeah.
we have to learn already something new that is not normal to do in Italy. So I think if we can add this one at this extra time, I think it's actually, it could be a good idea.
I like it. Like I don't hate it, even though I'm not very forward with when it comes to like extended matches. Like
Hmm.
already you're putting almost 2 hours for a match,
Yeah,
but now it's a even furthermore. But then the quality of the match, I feel like it increases.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I feel like it's not the final solution, but it's a good first step.
I agree. For example, I will, for me, a useless rule, a completely useless that they have to, I think, I hope they're gonna remove it, is the yellow card when a player celebrates and remove their jersey. What's the reason
Yeah.
why? What's the point? I mean, that
Like
is
if
what.
there's anything political when they have it on the shirt, okay, I understand when FIFA says no politics,
Yeah, but if
but
they want to do
they're just
politics, they
removing
can
the
always.
shirts.
Yeah, they can always do it anyway. Anyway, if it's something related to politics, I think they say it's related to waste of time.
Mm. That you see, that's why I'm like, it's a good first step because I feel like it will lead to removing that law. Like giving
Yeah,
the yellow for removing the shirts.
yeah. Anyway,
94
and
Mass says, now I understand Icardi.
well, we all understand Icardi deep in our mind.
Usually don't. Like sometimes I'm like, what are you doing, dude? Like, you could have such a beautiful life, no drama, no nothing, but then you chose this.
One player lost shirt and didn't had spare. He had to hold shirt in hand. Ah, no, I send you a video about that. Ah, okay. You send me the video about okay. Colina told it's because wasting time. Exactly. Yeah. And there was another question that I wanted to ask you. I forgot about that. The extra time, the jersey, and what else? I don't
Will
recall what.
Dubai will Dubai ever host a World Cup? Fuck no. I don't see it happening. If that was your question, I just don't see it happening. It's the summers here is too brutal, and I don't want to have another World Cup in winter, and I don't want to be hated because of it.
Uh, Honestly, I want, next year we're going to, no, next year, next World Cup is going to be in Russia, in USA,
States,
Mexico.
yeah,
The one after, I would love to have an European one because we went to Russia, we went to where are we? Qatar. Next one, we're going to go to Canada. Can we have like Italy 2030, something like this?
I would
Imagine
love
that,
to because
you
that
know? Or you want
for
to do
me
more
as a fan of
country?
Italian,
You do Italy and
as a fan of
Spain.
Italian
Any,
football, no, Italy, Spain. I don't think it's
how good it's
this
going to
France
be?
in
Imagine
between.
that.
Yeah, but this France in between, like it's
Southern Europe, then.
I don't know. It worked in Euros. Maybe there's a chance. I don't know. But there's France in between. Like even Korea, Japan. Like when I was watching, it felt a bit weird. Two countries. Like you have two hosts. So like Asia has like four slots for qualifying, and two of it is already taken.
Yeah, the next one, I
Uh,
guess, is going to be like
which is what
China for
I'm
sure.
actually wondering on North America. Like already three of them is gone. Like who else is left for qualifying? There's only one more slot. Like everyone else fight for this one slot. Unless
Yeah.
they want to make it like 48 teams.
I don't know. I know for sure one thing, that football will keep changing in the next few years now. Anyway, you know what I'm thinking? From the next week, from tomorrow actually, I will start doing something else. From tomorrow, I will start doing like videos. I probably will do, because in the next match, in the next round, they're gonna be playing the two matches at the same times, and they're gonna
Yeah.
end up at the same time. So probably I'm thinking to do a live at the end of them, towards the end. So see if you're still awake
Yeah.
and you wanna join. If you wanna join, I will do it, but probably you will be
I'll let
sleeping.
you know, like if
Yeah,
the times align.
exactly. See how you
Um,
feel.
because when the daylight hours shifted to 3 hours, it became a bit
Yeah, I know.
more challenging.
I agree.
I remember I was getting the guest for my video on Iran.
Hmm.
He lives in Scotland,
All right.
and that was like 4 hours. Imagine setting that one up. It was like
Yeah.
it's becoming a bit more challenging when it comes to
So, yeah.
uh, setting these things up.
So do your
I'm
prediction now. I'm telling you, uh, three. What is it standing? Yeah, I'll tell you a few matches that they're gonna be played next week. That they are gonna be
Iran
decisive.
USA tomorrow. That's the political one that's
Is
interesting.
tomorrow.
Yeah, Iran
Okay.
USA.
So
So that will be the start of match day 3. No,
exactly.
wait. Yeah,
Now there
it's
is
Qatar, Netherlands, which I think
Ecuador and
that's already
Senegal.
decided. So out of that group, it's like Netherlands and then who else? Like
So
it's
the
already
other
almost
two, they are
decided.
Ecuador, Senegal. Who do you think is gonna pass in between
Ecuador.
Ecuador and Senegal? Ecuador. Yeah,
I've seen more from Ecuador than Senegal.
I agree.
Like sometimes Senegal's you see like brilliance in it, but sometimes you're like, dude, what are you doing? Like
Yeah,
there's
no.
weird mix-ups. There's
And without money,
uh
then they lose. They lose so much, and
Yeah, but I think they have Koulibaly and our golden boy, Balotore. I was hoping he would play, and like
Not even
he
if
would
his
have
national
his
team is
value goes up. Even then he's not playing.
Oh
I'm
man.
allowed to have hopes, right? Hopes, it's not a crime to have hope, right?
Yeah, no,
And
no,
this
no, no.
guy's still not playing.
It's still not even playing.
His like I think he arrived already injured. So maybe for that, I think it's better for Senegal to go through. So maybe he plays the second round,
Right.
and we can somehow sell this guy to
Gosh.
Galatasaray or something.
Yes,
It's
yes,
always
yes.
Galatasaray in the links.
Yeah. Well, then you got Iran, USA. That's a big one.
Yeah,
Whoever wins, go to the next round. Good one this
because
round.
Wales is, I think, it's almost confirmed that it's out, but not officially. Like if they win against England with 4 goals, they'll go through instead of England.
Yeah, but
Instead of England, yeah.
Iran and USA, we will see what's gonna happen. That's gonna be
I
interesting.
mean, I made a video on Iran, so
I
I have to.
remember. I
And
know. I
I
know.
keep saying in your comments, Iran's will be like there's more to them.
Hmm. Leao
And
isn't
the
playing,
match
by the way.
against England, I was like, okay, probably I was wrong. But then I watched against Wales, I was like, wow.
Yeah, no, no, it was good. It was very good. And then the other one, big one, that has to decide is going to be Australia against Denmark. Kier versus.
Australia, I don't have really hope. Even my Australian friends, they're like, this is probably our weakest generation.
Yeah, I think Denmark will win this. Yeah.
Yeah. Who's
And
the
then
other team other than France?
France, Australia, Denmark, and
Tunisia, I
Tunisia.
think, was it?
Tunisia, yeah.
Yeah. How's Tunisia doing? Like, I know they tied Denmark, but then
And no, they tied to Denmark, but they
Denmark.
lost to Australia.
Oh wow. Okay. I
Yeah,
mean, if you lose to Australia, this Australia,
exactly.
yeah. I mean,
And
it's not
then
looking
you
bright for
have
Tunisia.
Group E. Spain at the moment has 4 points. Japan, Costa Rica, and Germany. So Germany can potentially still qualify
Heart
if
says Heart says Japan, but then they're playing
Spain.
Spain. I would have loved Japan to go through because I'm from Asia, and like I like
Yeah.
to
So if
support
Spain beat
all
Japan
Asians.
and Germany beat Costa Rica, they go through. Germany and Spain. Yeah.
So I have a feeling that Costa Rica is gonna, you know, do something sneaky and go through.
Yeah,
Remember in 2014,
I do. I do remember.
a group with Uruguay, Italy, and England, and these guys went through.
I remember that. I remember like now. Yeah.
So I
We'll
think
see.
Germany will, make it through.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm not worried, but my heart goes for Japan, to be honest.
Everything it's pretty much there are probably just two groups that with France and well, probably just one group that's just France that is able to already see the future and Brazil right now. So yeah. The other one is Croatia, Morocco, Belgium, Canada. Croatia 4 points, Morocco 4 points, Belgium 3 points, Canada 0 point. So Canada is
I
out.
think Belgium is out. It's
Yeah,
I think this is the end for that generation.
generation. So you don't think that with the Kettler generation we can create the great?
How's he doing? Like, did he
He played
play?
15 minutes yesterday. That
Okay, that's
did
something.
exactly what he does in Milan. So
Oh,
yeah, and then
so what's the next group?
so the next group is Group
There's
G.
so many matches that I'm actually confusing the groups. Like, I'm not used to this 4 matches
Yeah,
per
that's a lot. That's a lot.
per
That's why
day.
I hope that next week is gonna be fast. So this week is gonna be fast. So at least all this group and we can start talking about real football because there are certain matches that they don't make any sense to me.
Yeah.
But The other group, it's gonna be tough one. It's gonna be Serbia against Switzerland and Cameroon, Brazil. Brazil is
Okay,
pretty
wait.
much over.
So let me see. Okay, Group G. So who will go? I think I would say Serbia. Like they're
Really?
too good to fuck this up. Like they're too good.
Yeah, but today
Like
I
I
saw
would
them
have said,
play.
like I actually enjoy watching Serbia play. To be honest,
But I
they're
think
too good to
Switzerland will go
not
through.
go instead of Cameroon. But then somehow they mess it up. I don't know.
I think Switzerland will beat Serbia and they will go through with Brazil.
Yeah, I think maybe even a draw is enough at this
Mhm.
point for them.
Yeah.
So Group H, and we have
Portugal,
minute
Ghana.
one already. Portugal and Uruguay. That's a juicy
Portugal.
match, by the way.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they actually start now. Portugal, Uruguay. That's what I'm gonna watch now. And Ghana, South Korea, which is the Ghana win. Ghana won today, so
Wow.
South Korea is last with 1 point. So and South
So
Korea, the
it's
next match is gonna be against Portugal.
ah, uh, Leo is not playing,
Yeah, I
so it's
saw that.
João Felix.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I saw
All
that.
right, so I guess his price stays at 90 still.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So what's the
Anyway,
team that impressed you the most? Like you didn't expect your, but then you were like, oh, I didn't know. Okay, to answer the previous question, for me that question was Qatar. I expected way more.
really? Okay.
Because I actually watched them in
Ah,
Asian Cup. Asian Cup here is like Euros,
yeah.
and they won it with good football. And then they went to Copa America. They were invited as the guests. You know, sometimes Copa America
Yeah,
they
I do.
invite
Yeah.
guests from outside, and they were quite unlucky. Like they had a good showing. Like you would say, like okay, they didn't disgrace themselves. Like I think they lost to Argentina or like literally all three of them. They
Mm,
lost or tied at the end of the game. Like it was
mm,
in an unlucky way. But then, which led me to this, I was like, you know what? There's probably more to Qatar than many think. But then,
no.
dude, it was such a disappointment.
Yeah.
Like
Worst,
nothing's working with.
worst
I would say
ever
probably the
team.
worst team in the
Yeah,
tournament
yeah, probably. It's
below Australia.
yeah. What else? I think. Yeah, I think the one that was expecting more was Belgium. I told you, and definitely even South Korea. South Korea was expecting a little bit more. The best one, instead, I say that. Uh, mm, 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 mm. Well, people will say France or Brazil. France and Brazil, they're both
No,
winning
but
the two
one that you
match.
didn't expect.
The one that I didn't expect.
But
Uh,
you're like, wow, okay, these are there's something to them.
I think Spain. Spain. Yes, I have my hope in Spain. I was not expecting to. No, not sure. I was expecting them. Somebody who was not expecting. Let me see the group stage so I can tell you. World Cup. World- Somebody who I was not expecting.
In that case, let me answer this just so you know
Go, you go. Yeah.
I entertain the chat.
Mm-hmm.
For me, that's Saudi. You know,
Well,
they
yeah,
beat Argentina, and then when they played against Poland, I was watching that
yeah,
game 90 minutes.
yeah,
It was brilliant. It was amazing.
yeah. I know.
They just didn't score. Like, and at the end of the day, that's what football is. But they missed a penalty. Chesney was brilliant. It's not that Saudi didn't score. It was Chesney was actually he was brilliant.
I agree. I agree. No. I had myself in there. I would say Saudi Arabia. I was not expecting that. That was shocker. Really a shocker. Really a shocker.
And by the way, by far one of the loudest matches. I know I'm talking about the sound of the matches a lot, but the
I
Saudi
think.
matches are actually fun to watch just
Yeah.
because of the crowd noise.
Oh yeah. Look. Whew. Here they're asking, what do you think about Theo and Giroud for France? Theo, it's becoming, it's showing what, I hope that Theo can show what he's doing in Milan. And Giroud, I have a lot of French friends. They say they all knew that Giroud was a real bomber. But when you have in front of Karim Benzema, it's very hard to find space. So, you know,
Yeah.
that's my thought, really. Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna play. What's his name? Portugal now. Let me set up Portugal. Is Portugal already playing? Give me a sec.
All right, let me read the chat. 94 Mass says, "What do you think about and Theo? What do you think about Theo and Giroud for France?
What?
I think they've done well. I was just reading the
Yeah.
chat. So what do you think? What do you think about Theo and Giroud for France? I mean, so far they've been brilliant. You know, Theo Hernandez had that assist. Um, Giroud broke the record, not break the record, but tied the record for all-time scorer of his country. That's pretty big.
Yeah, he's massive, really. And minus 6, we already have a yellow card for Bentancur
Oh, typical.
from Uruguay. Got a bad. He stepped over um, a defender of Portugal, and wow, that was painful. I saw it, the face. It was like, it was very bad.
Wow.
Yeah. Anyway, that's all really.
What does football drawn thinks? Um, well, uh, I think 94 Mass is referring to the question above. So
Yeah.
yeah, I think they've been brilliant. I mean, especially with the injury with what is it Lucas? His brother, Theo's brother.
Lucas
Uh,
Hernandez. See.
yeah. So I'm guessing he might find someplace there. I don't know if is Lucas is it Luca or Lucas? Is he a left back? I know he's a fullback, but is he a left back? I think he
Yeah,
plays on the other side,
I think
right back.
he plays. I'm not sure. Lucas
So
Hernandez.
Theo also had that one tunnel against Denmark. Um, is that what you call it, tunnel?
Yeah, we call it tunnel, actually.
Uh, over here it's a nutmeg.
Nutmeg, yeah. Tunnel, we call it tunnel in Italy as well.
Oh,
Because you like a tunnel, you're
tunnel.
passing the ball into. Yeah,
You're essentially a tunnel.
yeah, essentially a tunnel, yeah. Anyway,
So, what will be
mm,
your next video? Is it a recap or is it
next video is
something
going to be out
specific?
tonight.
Is it this one?
Well, yeah, potentially. No, I'm going to leave. I'm gonna do a video about tonight about Portugal Uruguay. I'm gonna do a video about the Brazil match, and what's your next video?
I'll be honest with you. At this point, I don't know. Like, I released my latest video, which is just minute and a half.
I
I'll be
watched
honest
it.
with you. I wasn't happy. Like watching it back, I wasn't happy. So I'm actually thinking of maybe removing it
Why?
I
Wow.
because I don't like it. Like for me, it matters to me that I also enjoy it. Like that is good enough that I also enjoy it. Imagine the guy who created it didn't enjoy it, then who enjoys it?
Right. Okay. Well, in
So
that case, maybe yeah.
like I don't consider it a good video, and I actually thought long and hard today about removing it, and then I was like, you know what? Let it be. Just think about it for one more day, and
What
then
is it?
maybe remove
Yeah.
it.
Just wait. Anyway, it's good. And then it is something that you thought is gonna be. Not all of them. Not all of them. They're a good idea, but at least they're idea that they stand. I mean, I don't know. I think you had
Yeah,
this
but
idea.
and then I'm thinking about something to do with World Cup, but not recap or anything because
Mm,
like already many people are doing it. Like already you're doing it and you're brilliant at it. Like for me, if I do it, I don't know if number one, I don't think I can make it in time because my videos take a long time to produce.
yeah,
But number two, I think there's already others that are doing it better than me when it comes to recap.
yeah.
Um, but something like who surprised me the most or who
Mm,
disappointed me the most. Probably like one last video about the World Cup. Who knows? Maybe I might have you over for
yeah,
that. No, it could be a discussion rather than a video.
yeah.
Uh,
Absolutely.
I don't know, but I have to think about the topic. And next week I have a couple of days off, so I'm hoping by then I have a idea. So maybe if I can set up a time that's good for you, if you're available.
Yeah, can do that, man.
Again, everything is up in the air. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, yeah. Can be done. Can be done. Ooh, yeah. So let's think something through. And this week I'm gonna do live as soon, like let's say around maybe I was thinking maybe just a few minutes before the matches ends. And if you are on, if you wanna join, or if something crazy happening, you wanna join. I'm not think. Let's say this. I'm not gonna expect you. If you're there, you wanna join, good. Otherwise, don't worry. We can keep doing
sure,
whatever.
we can
Just keep in
check
touch.
with the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Who knows? Maybe you can bring a Juventus guy or something, and then or an Inter guy, and we can talk about like
I ask actually to
fun
Uncle
stuff,
Karma. I
like fun
asked.
stuff, like like maybe our banter errors, something that we can all laugh about, like because it's so behind us, or
Let's do it.
remembering the old time, or whatever.
I will. That sounds like a plan. Fantastic. Okay, let's
All
do it
right,
then.
then let me know, and then if the times align, then brilliant.
I love that. Hey, thank you so much for today. Yeah, thank
Uh,
you so much for tonight.
Thanks to 94 Mass
Thank
for
you to 94
providing
Mass.
your for uh, for
Grande.
providing
First
the first
donation ever,
donation.
brother. Wow.
Well, why do we call him 94 Mass? He already said call him Peter.
Yeah, we need to find him a new name, isn't it? Need to find him a name as the.
Yeah, Peter.
Right. Ciao, Peter. Ciao, football drone.
Take care, Peter.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye, bye.